Do LARP talks. Boom.
Hey guys, it's Nana again. I am a Jerky McJerkerton and have not uploaded for a very long time, and I'm sorry for that. That was mostly a lot of issues on my behalf and nothing to do with you guys because I love making these videos. So, with that being said, today we're going to be talking about LARP inclusion and exclusion. And it's something that really bugs me, and it's something that I really hold deeply in my heart parts. It affects how we view this hobby, and it affects people that come and view our hobby as something disastrous or something that's like a social degradation. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of all the stigmas that LARPers have, but in terms of normal people looking in on geek culture, we are like the bottom rung, apparently. We are worse than furries, we are worse than cosplayers, which I particularly don't understand because we're all dressing up. We're all taking on roles that we normally wouldn't have in everyday life. And I don't understand where anyone gets off saying that one type of geek subculture is better than the other. And that same attitude applies to one type of LARPing is better than the other. It's a foreign concept to me, because when I first started LARPing, I understood that, okay, this is just another faction of geekdom. And as I grew up and as I started LARPing more often and LARPed harder, I started to realize that people create these little cliques and niches, and I don't think it's very healthy, because now we are a certain rung above cosplayers, but they're not better than furries, and furries are better than people who tabletop, and it's very convoluted and very strange, because we're already getting bogged down, we're already getting insulted and made fun of by the normal people. Why do we feel the need to snipe at one another and bully within our own subculture? Geek culture is a huge, vast world of obsessive people that are really excited about whatever they are excited about, and you can't tell them any different. The line gets kind of strange when it comes to geek subculture, because they're a little bit more tight-knit. I can tell you from my time on Tumblr that the Supernatural fandom is very tight-knit. The Harry Potter fandom is very tight-knit. And the LARP community, I feel as though, is kind of pulling away from each other with this elitist, my game is better than yours, you should do it my way, you're wrong attitude. And it's disconcerting, because we already get made fun of, normally. We are already apparently the lowest rung of the social status in the entire thing. We're all virgins, we all have acne, we'll never get married. If we already have that sort of negativity in our lives coming from outsiders, why would we want it in our own family groups? Why would we want it at a place that we go to escape all that stuff? I'm not saying that everyone LARPs for escapism. Some people just want to LARP for fun. I know I do. It's pretty great. It's one of the most fun hobbies that I can think of, and that's why I feel as though excluding isn't something that we should be doing. We should be trying to include everybody that we can into this hobby. There are 16-year-olds that are on the fence about doing this, that they've heard a little bit about it from so-and-so, but are really kind of not into it too much. And if they're on the fence and we're giving a negative attitude and we're excluding them from things, excluding them from mods, telling them their costume isn't good enough, telling them their weapon isn't good enough, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to push people away. It's going to make LARPers the bad guys in a world full of bad guys. I'm sorry, this is one of my more serious videos because I'm actually very heartfelt about it. We shouldn't be making fun of other games, ever. People that throw spell packets are somehow worse than people who actually use those arrows with the rubber things at the end. People that use buffers are somehow worse than people that use latex. And I get that. That can be your opinion. You could just honestly think that buffers are safer and you like them better, that packets or spackets are better. That's fine. You can have your opinion. But the moment you start preaching that opinion as fact, that's where I have to call you out. That's where you're doing something actually wrong to your game and to yourself and other players. I don't care if you strap on a corset, you go to a steampunk LARP, and you LARP your ass off for the entire weekend. I don't care if you enjoy grabbing a latex wrench and bashing zombies across the face. I don't care if you cast magical spells that are actually just fabric, birdseed, and rubber bands and throw them at your friends and say lightning bolt. We're all doing the same thing. We are all live-action role players. We should be better than this. We should never make fun of other people's games, because there's no wrong way to LARP. People in Sweden have awesome costumes, and they have these entire big things. That doesn't make them any better LARPers than the people that are in their backyards. I don't understand where we draw the line of good LARP and bad LARP, because there's no such thing. We are all having fun. We're all doing what we love. I'm not saying that self-improvement is bad. I want everyone to be able to afford that magical kit of armor. I want everyone to be able to afford all those dresses and pretty things and paints and accessories. That's not necessarily the fact. A lot of people that come to LARP are younger kids who don't really have a budget or an income. And for the solution to a lot of their problems, you just say, buy it or get better. It's so very counterproductive. We should be helping people. We should be showing them the sites to do things. We should be showing them how to LARP on a budget. Teaching them and instructing them in the way that we wish that we would have been taught and instructed. It's just mind-boggling how often people tear each other down for not having the basic necessities of LARP. It's because they don't know them. We have to be able to teach them if we are to grow as a game and as a community. We should be trying to help as many people as we can, making LARP more accessible and more acceptable in every facet that we can. I would think the moral of this video is a plea. It's a request of all people who are situated in their LARPs, they love their game, they love doing what they do, to branch out and to help people as much as they can. Be resources. Be people that people want to talk to. And if you're not a people person, you can just put links in their Facebook messages and in the forum posts and just help as much as you can. Excluding isn't something that I want to be associated with. Exclusion and LARP culture shouldn't go hand in hand. I want to be able to help bring change to this community, if I can at all. If anyone's listening to me right now, please, that's all I request of you, is to just be better at helping. Help people the way you wanted to be helped when you first got there. If you can look at your current behavior, at the current way that you speak to other people, and say, yes, that's how I want to be treated, then you're doing great. If you look at your current behavior and think back to when you were 17, 18 years old and you first got your sword and you're willing to go strewn right into those woods and kill all your friends and have a great time and be confronted with your older self and just get bogged down and insulted, you should probably change for the better. And the only way to do that is to help out your fellow LARPers and help out your fellow players, your staff members, your NPCs. Just be excellent to each other. That's all I want from you guys. That's all I wish. And I know that this might have seemed a really sappy and passive-aggressive video, but it's something that I really had to say. If you have any suggestions for more LARP talks or more Makeup Mondays, please put them down in the comments section. I really appreciate you guys watching, and you have an awesome day. Thanks, guys.